Hello everyone, Brian Richards here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited about the trick that I'm about to teach you. It's very different than a lot of tricks. You know, typical tricks are pick a card and then you find the card. This one is very, very different, and I can't wait to show you. But you may remember that there were, I guess a couple weeks back, I basically said, hey, to all of you wonderful subscribers, submit some questions and I'll be happy to answer some questions. And some of you did submit some questions. And so we're going to call this segment Ask Brian. Yeah. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wow, Brian, you had a graphic for that. Yes, we have a graphic for everything. Well, anyway, we have a couple questions, and I will do my best to answer them. This first question comes from someone by the name of Dwayne Pipe. He says, Brian, what is the most amazing magic trick that you've ever seen? That's a really great question. I'll never forget, actually. I saw this magician from Mexico one time. He was performing on stage, and he said he was going to vanish on the count of 3. He went uno, dos, and then poof. He was gone. Without a trace. Well, that was a great question. Thanks for asking. We have another question. This one comes from Anita Bath 6319. Anita Bath, I like that name. She says, Brian, what's the funniest thing you've ever heard an audience member say? I'll never forget, I was performing a show one time, and at the end of one of the tricks, I heard this gentleman say, hey, that was amazing. How did you do it? And I said, sorry, sir, I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you. And then he said, okay, well then, can you just tell my wife? Well, anyway, I think it's time for us to get into today's tutorial. And for this trick, you're going to need, of course, just a regular, ordinary deck of cards. So I'm going to show you the performance of it, and then we'll get also into the explanation of it as well. Okay, so let's go over to my close-up camera here. And I wrote on this Post-it pad a prediction. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to leave it upside down just for a moment. I'll put it right over here, but that is the prediction. Now, here's what you can do. You can actually shuffle up the cards. You can have a volunteer shuffle up the cards. I mean, they can shuffle the cards as much as they want, and that is what makes this trick absolutely so amazing. You can shuffle, 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 shuffle. Now, once they're completely happy with the deck being shuffled, what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 cards at a time, and if they're both black, you're going to put them into one pile. If they both happen to be red, you'll put them into another pile, and if you happen to get a mix, you'll put them into a middle pile like this, okay? Now here's what you do. You have the volunteer do this. They can go 2 at a time, but here's the thing. They don't have to actually always take them off the top. They can take them from the bottom. They can take 2 pairs somewhere from the middle, like these 2. That's a mix. They can actually take one from a different section of the deck, and those are both red. But the whole point is they're going to go through these 2 at a time, and of course anytime there's 2 reds together, they'll go over here, and anytime you have 2 blacks together, they'll go in that one pile, and then a mix. So they'll go through, and we'll just do this from the top from now on. Okay, now once this is done, you can get rid of the pile that has the mix. You can put those into your pocket, doesn't really matter. And what you're going to do is you're going to count how many cards are in each pile. Now this is amazing. Remember, they shuffled it. Obviously, it could change the outcome. So what do we have over here? We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and we have 12 reds. And then you're going to count over here. Check this out. 2, 4, 6, 8 blacks. Now, so there's 12 reds and there's 8 blacks. And check out my prediction. Look, it actually says right there, there will be 4 more red cards than black cards. Pretty wild, right? Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Brian, Does it always work out that way? No, not at all. In fact, again, the deck can be shuffled, and while the deck is being shuffled by a volunteer, I'll take my pen and I'll make another prediction on another piece of paper. Let's see here. I'm just going to quickly write this. I think I have it. All right, I wrote my prediction now, and I'll put that aside. Now again, these are being shuffled by the volunteer, and I want you to see that the outcome is different every time. So they shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. They can shuffle as much as they want. Put my prediction over here, and again, we do the same thing. We go by twos. If there's a mix, they go in the middle. If they're both black, they go on one side. If they're both red, they go on the other side. Again, the mix pile, you just kind of get rid of, put them aside. And this time we're going to count and see how many are in each pile. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14 reds. And then over here we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 in that pile as well. And my friends, this time I did write that there will be an even number or the same number of cards in each pile. Pretty crazy, right? I think that trick is absolutely amazing. Now, what I love about this trick is it is a math trick, but it actually, I love math tricks when you add a little bit of, shall we say, magician foolery to it, a little bit of magician sneakiness to a math trick. I think a math trick by itself is great, but when you're able to add a little bit of some other kind of sneakiness, maybe a false shuffle or something else, it makes this trick even more amazing. So again, we're just going to go back over to my overhead camera, and I'm going to get out all the cards. And I'm going to show you a little bit about how you want to set this up. Now, what you want to do ahead of time, it's important you have all 52 cards, by the way. But ahead of time, what you want to do is take out 4 of the black cards. It doesn't matter which ones. These 4 black cards are going to go into your pocket, the same pocket that you're going to ditch the cards after you do the first segment of the trick. Now, once you've done that, you're ready to go. You can have the rest of the deck in a box. You're set. What you're going to do is you're going to invite a spectator to shuffle the cards, and this is the amazing math part. They can shuffle it. This trick is going to work no matter what. Now, while they're shuffling, what you're going to do is you're going to write on a piece of paper or on a napkin, if you're at a restaurant or whatever, you're basically going to write that there will be 4 more red cards than black cards, because remember, you removed the 4 black cards. You're going to write that on as your prediction. You turn it upside down or fold up the napkin, whatever, so it cannot be seen just yet. Now, after they've been shuffling this, they're going to go by twos. And again, if there's a mix, it's going to go into the discard pile. If there's let's say 2 reds together or 2 blacks, they're going to go in one. And then if there's 2 reds, they'll go into another pile. And again, don't forget, you remind them they can take those pairs from anywhere in the deck. They can go to over here. They might want to pick maybe these 2 near the bottom. That's a mix. Now, when you're done, what you're going to do is you just say the mixed pile of cards we're going to get rid of because these don't matter. And what you're going to do is you're going to put this pile into your pocket, the same pocket that has those 4 extra black cards. What you're doing by doing that is you're setting up the pack so that it will be different when you repeat this trick in a little bit. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to count each pile. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 black cards. And let's see, reds, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. And then you show your prediction that says that there will be 4 more red cards than black cards, which is pretty amazing. Now, you say, now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, does it always work out that way? Of course not. Now, when you take out the cards, you're now taking out the cards that have the 4 black cards back into the deck. And now what this means is that when you repeat this trick, it's going to be different, and instead, there's going to be an even number of black cards and red cards. And so while they're shuffling, again, on another piece of paper or whatever, what you're going to do is you are going to write that there will be an even number Don't mind my handwriting. I probably should have been a doctor. All right, well, anyway, so that's your prediction. It goes upside down again. Now everything's going to work out that they're going to be even. If you repeat the exact same thing, you go 2 by 2, reds go together, the mixes go together, and the blacks go together. And again, you're going to get rid of the pile that has the extra cards, put them back in your pocket to be consistent. And here again, now they're going to add each pile 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 black cards. And let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and then you reveal, of course, your new prediction, which says that there will be an even number of red and black cards. And that, my friends, is really quite amazing. So normally I don't recommend repeating a trick, but this is an example where you can definitely repeat the trick. And maybe you have some other ways of doing this trick or some other ideas. You don't necessarily have to bring all 4 black cards back into the deck. You could bring 2 in just to change it up, and then bring another 2 in. But what is amazing about that is that it kind of blows people who just assume it's done mathematically speaking when they see that it's different. That's the part that really blows their mind. So again, taking a math trick or a math principle that's pretty amazing by itself, and adding a little bit of trickery, if you will, by sneakily adding those 4 cards to the deck. That's what makes this trick even more amazing, and makes people go back and think, well, I guess it wasn't mathematical. That's really quite amazing. So if you have some more ideas or some things you want to share, I know you guys are incredibly not only awesome at math, but you're just super creative. Feel free to comment below other ideas you have. Share with everyone else in the group. That would be awesome. But I hope you enjoyed this trick, and if you did, be sure to hit like and do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. Over that way you may see another video or 2 that you may want to click on to continue to learn some amazing magic tricks. But between now and then, go and be amazing.